If there is one show that women just can't seem to get enough of right now, it's Lucifer. I mean, it's got all the juicy story elements that girls just tend to eat right up. Crime, mystery, and this sly devil right here. But I had to wonder, is this another one of those nice guy wins in the end nonsense shows that Hollywood seems to be famous for these days? Or is Lucifer really this charming devil who actually knows what makes women tick? Why can't women seem to get enough of Lucifer Morningstar? Let's find out. This man knows how to make an entrance. Good posture, walks with his chin up. I like what I see so far. He does not shy away from eye contact. He holds it and he maintains it. Again, maintaining that strong eye contact while he's walking by. All right, now let's get to the good stuff. If you don't know much about the show, there's this detective who is the love interest for the course of the show, and this is one of the first times that they're ever meeting, and I want you to pay close attention to who's reacting to who in this conversation.
Lucifer Morningstar. Is that a stage name or something?
You look familiar. Have we met before?
Like to play cop, do you?
No, I just like to play in general, detective. What about you?
Who's directing this conversation? Not the cop interrogating. Like to play cop, don't you? No, I just like to play in general. He's being unapologetically playful in an otherwise serious conversation.
You got some balls on you, pal.
Oh, thank you very much, but they're really quite average.
You've got some balls on you, pal. Very good, but they're actually quite average.
Are you sure that we haven't met? I could swear I've seen you naked. Have we had sex?
He takes this as the opportunity to playfully banter with her and almost have a sexual undertone to it, and compare this to the normal nice guy conversation where they're too afraid to take the conversation sexual, which is a very fun and flirtatious thing to do, especially if you do it with the right tonality.
Did he tell you why he did it?
My money. Of course. You humans, you love your money, don't you?
Because it has that playful tonality, she has to wonder, is he joking or is he being serious? When you're bantering with a girl, especially if you're disqualifying her or teasing her, you do it with a playful tone. That way she has to decipher, is he being serious? Is he joking? That air of mystery of your actual intentions injects tension into the conversation, which is very good in terms of attracting women.
You're coming with me.
Huh? Oh. With pleasure.
Even when a cop is arresting him, she says, "You're coming with me." And he goes, "Ooh, with pleasure." And it's almost like he takes everything she does as evidence that she's trying to seduce him. Very good affirmation or mindset that seductive men like Lucifer tend to have.
Come on, I'll help you. It'll be fun.
How could you possibly help me?
Look at that look right there. I call this the charm glance because it's got a sly smile on his face, but also he's got a slight squint in his eyes. And so here he's showing verbal signs of interest. Ooh, you're handcuffing me. Gladly, right? But also when he's talking to her, he gives her a slight squint, which is non-verbally breaking rapport. And that element of push-pull is actually what draws women in.
I have the ability to draw out people's forbidden desires. Challenging and exciting, really. What do you desire more than anything else in this life?
When they're talking about things, they're not talking about, oh, this person over here or that thing over there. They're talking about you, me, we, us. And this is exactly what flirtatious and seductive conversation looks like. Me-you conversation with an element of temptation. Something I would totally expect out of the devil himself.
These are going back on and they're gonna stay on.
Is that a promise?
Is that a promise? He takes it again as evidence that she's trying to seduce him. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Patrick, at what point do you actually start building a connection with her? And this is a great question because at some point you have to humanize yourself. And this scene right here is a very interesting way that shows how the devil himself humanizes himself in a very sly way. Now let's check it out.
Don't look so smug. Nothing's panned out yet.
No, it's not that. It's just that I knew that I recognized you. So is the movie why I've got such a chip on your shoulder?
The question, combined with the slight break in rapport tonality, entices her, tempts her even, to qualify herself or sell herself to him.
It's low on the list of things I have to live down, I guess.
Right. Attractive female cop struggling to be taken seriously in a man's world, that it?
The cold read makes her feel like you've got her figured out. And cold reads often work out either way because if she agrees with your cold read, then you are the guy who's got to figure it out, which frames you as a higher value guy. But also if she disagrees with you, what is she gonna do again? No, that's not true, that's not true. And now she's trying to prove her worth to you.
Yeah, something like that.
Because he's essentially got her figured out, now he puts herself on her team, empathizes with her, and encourages her.
Well, they're threatened. You're clearly smart and have notable instincts. You can Ignore them. Trust yourself.
He's building her self-image back up, and now they're gonna feel a deeper sense of rapport and connection with each other because of this simple conversation formula. She's making strong eye contact with him, but again, he's not shying away from it.
You're thinking about it, aren't you? I wouldn't recommend it. I'm like walking heroin, very habit forming.
He takes eye contact as evidence that she's trying to seduce him, and he takes that evidence and disqualifies it. You're thinking about it, aren't you? I wouldn't. I'm like walking heroin, very addictive and habit forming.
Do you two know each other?
No, but I know that look.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A guy who's not very confident or insecure in himself, he might see a girl looking at him and go, wait, is there something on my face? Like, what is she looking at? Is she trying to make fun of me?
Actually, it's interesting because you don't look at me that way.
What way?
With carnal fascination.
You don't look at me with carnal fascination. This guy.
Truth be told, I find you repulsive. Like on a chemical level.
It's fascinating.
Most guys would be like, oh my God, why did she just break my heart? Why does she gotta attack my manhood like that? Him, he remained emotionally non-reactive, which is essentially one of the best ways to pass any test, especially if a girl's verbally dissing you. Fascinating. And then he turns his attention away.
Well, look who's back.
I don't know about you, but if I woke up in a hospital bed and the first face I saw was the devil, I would not be as calm as her.
How long have I been out?
3 years.
What?
Again, always has this playful undertone. She asks a serious question, he gives her a playful answer first. Very fun and flirtatious thing to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Leaning in, you're welcome. These are pulling her in.
And besides, you're far too interesting to let die.
Besides, you're far too interesting to let die. It's a slight pullback. There's always this balance.
You saved my life because I'm interesting.
Well, wildly irritating as well, but yes. You're a pariah in the department. I think this could be the start of a beautiful friendship, don't you? Right, well, I'd stay for the family reunion, but it's just giving me terrible IBS. So look forward to seeing you soon, Chloe. Bye now. Glad you're not dead.
So I think it's becoming pretty obvious at this point. Does Lucifer Morningstar have good game? I'll let you answer that question.
Right, here's the deal. We can have as much naked cuddle time as you desire, but you're gonna have to listen to me too.
Yes.